Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Beck, and I'd love to welcome you to our Create Your Own Freedom WA event. Today's date is the 22nd of August, 2017. And if you're here for the first time, we'd like to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. Someone that you know has invited you to take a look at what we're doing over here in WA. And they may think that this might resonate with you or someone that you know. So if you are watching this live or a recording of this event, we just want to thank you for spending your time doing that. We know time is precious, and thank you for taking the time to listen in. So for me, my husband and I have been involved in the Juice Plus business now for 16 months. We were traveling around Australia. We were 2 years into our trip when I came across a post on Facebook talking about magic beans and about getting healthy. And at that time in my life, I was really at a low. We'd been 2 years in a caravan with two small children, so I was very sleep deprived. I was eating chocolate at morning tea and drinking coffee all day long, and I just felt exhausted all the time. I was so run down. I had a mouthful of ulcers and I had eczema on my body as well. So when I saw my friend's post and she explained to me what the product was, I was so excited I jumped straight in. And I remember calling her 2 days in to say, could I possibly feel this good already? I noticed a change almost immediately, just with my clarity of mind and my energy levels, which was a real answer to prayer for me. So I haven't looked back since then. I jumped in on the business, and 16 months later, we've decided to settle down in Western Australia, and this has given me a business to help us settle down with, so allowing us the finances to move interstate, which is awesome. We all know that the world is changing faster than ever, and especially here in WA, we're noticing massive changes in the workplace. What worked for previous generations is definitely not working anymore. The retail industry is in a bit of turmoil, and we're seeing with the downturn in mining, a lot of people are feeling stressed around their finances. We've got a lot of people living on credit cards and getting themselves further into debt just to cover the cost of living. So we're finding people have a lot less time and a lot less freedom. So about 16 months ago, when I found out about the business, it was really something that ticked all the boxes for me. I'm a high school teacher, and I really wanted to spend time with my young kids. That was the whole purpose of our trip around Australia, was to spend quality time with our kids. So this really ticked the box of being able to work around my kids and earn income to help our family, which is great. So as I said before, we've settled down now, and I'm really excited about our future financially. My husband's a builder, and he's wanting to make a career change. So as my business grows, that's going to enable him the choice of making a career change in his 40s, which without this business would just not be a possibility. We're now able to plan holidays, which is great, seeing as though our family is all in Queensland. We're able to go and visit them and, just enjoy life and say yes to a few more things, which is awesome. So tonight we're going to hear some stories about the product, but also about the business opportunity, how people's lives have been transformed by the product, and also how people's lives have been changed by creating extra income. So please stick around to hear those amazing stories. I'm super grateful that I stumbled across this opportunity, and I am on a mission right now to help others out who are wanting to create some financial freedom in their lives and wanting to give themselves some more choices. So for me, it was really important to spend time with my kids and not have them in daycare while I went off working. So I'm sure that's the heart of many people, and just having more freedom to live their lives the way they want to. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to a beautiful mum of 4, Carlina. She's going to share with us a bit about how our amazing products. So thanks, Carlina. Can't hear you. You have to take yourself off mute. Hang on. Sorry, you're on mute.
Can you hear?
I can hear you now. Yep.
Oh, you can hear me now? Perfect. All right. Thanks, Beck. Thanks, everyone, for joining us tonight. So I get to talk to you about our amazing products. Juice Plus came into my life about 8 months ago, and at the time I had a lot of stress in my life, and as a result I was neglecting mine and my family's health and making really poor food choices. We certainly weren't getting the recommended 9 to 13 serves of fruit and veg every day. I was really run down and tired, and I was relying on Red Bull and chocolate to get me through the day, which is a really bad thing to do. My stress and anxiety got so bad that I was grinding my teeth in my sleep, and I actually snapped off my front tooth. So when I came across the product, it just made complete sense to me that by flooding my body with more fruit and veg, it would help me. And this was a super convenient and affordable way to do that. Within the first day of taking Juice Plus, I felt absolutely amazing. I had so much energy, and I felt really calm and happy for the first time in a really long time. And I'm happy to say that I haven't had nor needed a Red Bull since. My anxiety has also subsided, and I no longer get stressed like I used to. So these are our capsules. We have the fruit, berry, and vegetable. And they help bridge the gap between what we do eat and what we should be eating. But what I love best about these is that there's an actual food list on the back. That's the ingredients list. It actually tells you what it is. There's over 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries in these capsules. And this is what they look like. Oh, if I can pick them up. Little coloured capsules. The product has been around for 25 years, and Juice Plus knew kale was cool 25 years ago. They actually are the largest growers of kale in the world. I'm not much of a facts and figures person, but for those of you who are, the research and science behind this product is absolutely amazing, with around 38 peer-reviewed gold standard clinical studies, which are all published in medical journals. We're talking pharmaceutical grade research, so it's totally backed by science. I don't actually have time to go into all the research right now, but the two standouts for me are, go away. The product has, sorry, that's my son. We're all mums, right? The product has been proven to increase your immune system and decrease inflammation. Disease and illness is a form of inflammation. So by eating more fruit and veg, it equals less disease, which equals better immune system. The other standout for me is that the product is safe. So if you can eat fruit and veg, you can take Juice Plus. It's even safe if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, and for kids of all ages. Some people ask what the difference between Juice Plus and a supplement is. A supplement is fractured nutrients. They're usually synthetically derived, and our bodies can't actually absorb anything synthetic, which is why we get that bright yellow disco coloured whey, because some of it will just simply pass through the body. Our product is bioavailable, so because it's whole food, our body recognises it and it's absorbed straight into the bloodstream within 5 minutes, and none of it's wasted. All of our products, all the products that go in here are picked at their peak ripeness when they're most nutrient dense. They're then pulped, and skin and all, and then dried at a really low temperature where all the water and sugar is removed, and then the powder is encapsulated so that all the amazing enzymes aren't damaged by the air. We also have a children's chewable version, which is completely natural with no nasties or fillers. This is them. And the best part is when you're taking the product, you can sponsor a child between the age of 4 to 18 to get theirs for free. And these are the amazing little gummies. We've got the fruit and the veg. And the children become part of a worldwide health study, which has over 1 million kids so far taking part in the study. My kids absolutely love these, and as a result, they're craving more fruits and veggies. And for 2 of my children, they've gone from being in wet rats and using steroid creams for eczema to being eczema-free just after 4 weeks of using our products, which is so amazing. And we will keep taking Juice Plus for the rest of our lives for that reason alone. The other amazing product that we have is the complete powder, which I don't have on me right now. We have they're vegan protein powders with a blend of superfoods, including broccoli sprouts, spirulina, mushroom powder, ancient grains, and the list goes on. We have chocolate and vanilla, and they're put into convenient little sachets to preserve the enzymes, and it's also approved by the Therapeutic Goods Association, which is huge. My kids and I have one of these each day, blended up with some fruit on the way to school. And it's a great feeling to know that my kids are heading off to school with healthy, happy tummies, and they think they're just having a chocolate or vanilla shake. When you combine the powder with the capsules, you're actually getting around 70 plant-based ingredients into your diet every day, which would be difficult without these products. I also love that when you are on the products, you get a lifetime membership for free into our Juicy Body Transformation, which has loads of content. It's a healthy foods and lifestyle program. And this is an online program, and it's loaded with hundreds of healthy, family-friendly recipes, meal plans, shopping guides, and loads more. We even have a component for those that want to lose weight, a Thermomix guide, a chocolate recipe book. It's so much value. There's no calorie counting, no deprivation, and it's all about eating real food and creating healthy cultures in the home, which is something that I'm super passionate about. So that's it from me. I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Yvette now, who's going to share some of her product story with us. Thanks, Yvette.
Hi, Lena. So I've been on the product now for 8 months. And Juice Plus came into my life at a time where I was really struggling as a mum. I was actually suffering from postnatal depression. And at the time, I was taking antidepressants, which is something that I didn't want to have to do. But unfortunately, that was the only way at that time that I saw I was able to. I was also, and have for most of my life, suffered with psoriasis, which is a form of eczema. But at that point in my life, it had gotten so bad for me after a stressful job that it was actually all the way down my neck and in my scalp. And in my scalp, because it just got so incredibly itchy, it got to the point where I wasn't even thinking about itching it, and my scalp would just begin to bleed. And I tried every steroid cream and been to dermatologists, and nothing was helping it. So probably after about 4 weeks or so, I saw a great result with my psoriasis. It had started to clear, and within about 4 months, it had completely gone, which was awesome because nothing had ever done that for me before. The other thing I found probably after about 2 weeks of being on the product was that my energy levels started to increase. So being a new mum, I was obviously up in the middle of the night, and I had also gone back to work as well. So it's like I was struggling to sit at my desk and have the energy to sit at my desk. And after about 2 weeks, I found that my focus was back, and I found it so much easier to focus on my job during the day. 8 months in, I always notice now when I don't take my product how all of a sudden I can feel quite lethargic and how much it does actually impact my life. And it's definitely something that I'll be taking for life. So that's my story, and I'm going to hand you over to Jess now, and she's also going to share with you her product story as well. Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Yvette. Can everyone hear me? I just want to share my story tonight. I came into this business after seeing a post on Facebook, and it really interests me as I'm a mum of a 1-year-old, and I'm currently on extended maternity leave from my FIFO position. So the thought of me going back to work, working back away, was really scary, and I really didn't want to leave my baby or put her in full-time daycare. For some time, I've been searching for a health product that lives up to the promise of better health, and I've also have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mum and work myself in an industry that I'm really passionate about. And I've always been quite healthy, but have always had a bit of a general low in energy, and I found that Juice Plus and the program definitely contained all the things that I love. And one of the big ones was that the whole family can take it, and it's safe for me to take the breastfeeding or pregnant. I've been using the product for about a month now, and I've found that I've had a huge increase in energy. No more coffee or sugar to prop me up in the afternoons. and my hair and skin to get all the regrowth fluff. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the business as well, and really optimistic and excited about the future. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much.
I'll hand it back to you, Beck.
Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you, Carlina and Yvette and Jess. I love hearing all the different stories. We all have different bodies, obviously, and the product does such different things for all of us. But it's great to see everyone feeling better, feeling more energized, and just getting healing in different areas as well. So when I came across this business opportunity, I had a few questions. So what we're going to do now is just look at a few questions that may come up when we're looking at a business like this. So I'm going to hand over to Yvette, and she's just going to talk briefly about that. Thanks, Yvette.
Cool, thanks, Beck. Yeah, so I came into the business at the same time as I started my product because I thought that this was a great opportunity for me to share something with people that I believed in and that I could essentially be passionate about. So when I came into the business, there was a couple of questions that I had, and I know that is a really common questions. And the first one that I had was, is this a pyramid scheme? Now, pyramid schemes have been illegal since the 70s, and if we look at this type of business model and how many countries worldwide this business model is used in, if it was a pyramid scheme or a scam, we're pretty sure that it would be found out by now. So this company, the Juice Plus product, has been around for around 25 years, and the company itself has been around for 45 years. So that was really important to me that I could be a part of a stable company and with a product that was going to stand the test of time. But if you think about how we all interact in our day-to-day lives and our normal jobs, the pyramid model is really something that is everywhere, no matter what you do. So if you think about a government position, my husband's in the military, so there's a pyramid model right there with rankings. Whether you're in the supermarket or the retail industry, you've got your managers and things like that. Whether you work at daycare or you're a teacher, that pyramid model is everywhere. So I used to own my own businesses, and I sold them to a supermarket, and it was a continental deli with lots of meats and cheese and things like that. So when I sold my business, I decided to stay on within that supermarket company. And we're an independent company, so our model looked a little bit like this. I'm going to use this as an example. Hope everyone can see that, okay? So we had up here the supermarket CEO or the owner of the business. Okay, so he was that position up there. We had 10 stores within the business, and he was also a massive shareholder of this particular independent supermarket grocer. Under him, we had a general manager. And that general manager had been working with the owner for more than 30 years. So these gentlemen had worked together for so long, the bond and the trust was there, and that position was always going to be there for him. Under the general manager, we had operations managers. So out of the 10 stores, each operations manager would look after 2 or 3 stores of their own. And these guys, again, had either come out of Woolworths or Coles and had been there for 10 years, or they'd been with the owner for 10, 15, 20 years plus. Under the operations managers, there was obviously a store manager that looked after the day-to-day operations. Under the store manager, we had department managers, which is where I came into the picture. And each department, dairy, freezer, grocery, deli, we all looked after our own. Under department managers, we all had a second in charge or a 2IC, and then we had all of the workers under there as well. So while I was working for the 5 years after I sold my business, I worked really hard and tried to get to know everybody else's departments so that I could hopefully one day move into the position of store manager. And I thought that if I worked really, really hard, I'd learn everybody else's positions. I learned all the supermarket reports. I learned how to even run the supermarket. And this was $1 million per week business. On the Sunday when the manager needed a day off, at the end of 5 years when I left, I'd only come out with a $1,000 bonus and no promotion. Which was to me quite deflating. The other thing while I was learning as well, which most of us have encountered before, is while I was going through the process of learning, my peers and the other people I worked with seemed to start to get quite jealous or threatened even about what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to learn. So there was a lot of bitching and backstabbing, which I'm sure most of us have experienced in the workplace before. When I came across Juice Plus, the thing that I loved was the model was different. So it didn't matter where you'd started. So you could be a CEO of a bank, or whether you were just a checkout chick, or you'd been a stay-at-home mum. It didn't matter who you were. Everybody had the opportunity to grow in this business. So the model looked more of this rectangular shape. So everybody starts as a VA down the bottom here, virtual franchisee. Now, without going into too much detail, as we move up through the company and we all grow, we're all looking to hit the pinnacle position of NMD or National Marketing Director. So the only way that you can become a National Marketing Director is by teaching and by helping people. So you can't step over people to get to that position and squash people down. You can only do it by growing your team, teaching people about the system and helping people to grow their business. And that was something that I really loved because it showed a really big sense of community for me. So that was the kind of business that I knew long term I wanted to be involved in. I think the other question I had when I started in a business like this, and this was probably my preconceived ideas, was am I going to have to hunt down my family and friends? And I was really glad to come across that I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to pull out a PowerPoint presentation when I was having people over for dinner or go to a party and be just talking Juice Plus to everybody. And what that meant for me, or what that looked like for me, is what we call popcorn effect. So I'm just going to demonstrate that really quickly. So at the beginning, when Beck was saying she was traveling around Australia, she got in contact with her friend Belinda through a post on Facebook. Okay, so everyone here that's on this call tonight, pretty much no one knew each other before we started. So Belinda introduced the business to Beck, and Beck introduced the business to her sister Rachel. Now Belinda also introduced the business to Rhiannon, and she also introduced the business to Renelle. And Belinda didn't know these people apart from Beck when she started. Rhiannon introduced the business to myself, okay, and I introduced the business to Casey. Down here, Rachel's introducing the business, Renelle's introducing the business, and as you can see, as it flows on, we're also gaining customers as well, so we're all talking to people in the process. And that's what we call the popcorn effect. And the reason that we call it the popcorn effect is because, like a pot full of popping corns, as they heat up and they begin to pop, once you think they're all popped, you take it off the stove and those last remaining few, they continue to pop and overflow. So even as our business continues to grow, it starts to grow organically. And the thing I loved was I only needed to speak to one or two people to actually get my business moving. So that was really important to me as well. So that's a really brief overview of how the business works. And I'm going to hand you back to Beck now. Thanks, Beck.
Thanks so much, Yvette. That's great. I love that we don't have to hunt down our friends and family, because none of us would be that kind of person. I'm going to hand it to Rach now. She's going to talk briefly about how we get paid in this business, because that's a little bit different as well. Before you start, Rach, I noticed that you had a couple of shakes there. Can you just show
I do.
Shakes?
I'll just show you.
Thanks.
These are the shakes that we have. They're the chocolate and the vanilla one. So they just come in individual sized portions. And like Carlina was saying, there are ingredients lists on the back with all the beautiful ancient grains and whole foods. So they're awesome. I use them every day. So does my son.
And your mother.
So I'm so excited. I get to talk to you about how we get paid. I love this bit because I think, you know, it's really important to our health. To really be truly healthy, we need to be financially healthy. And also because, you know, it's really, in this business, it's really a direct reflection on how many people you are helping as to how much you get paid. So it's a really lovely community, as Yvette said. And it is a little bit different, like Beck said. So I'm just going to explain. The first way we get paid is through retail. So retail, our retail pay is really about the money that we make on our customer orders. So this is really awesome because really we don't have to do anything apart from connecting our customers to Juice Plus, and then they do all of the rest for us. We don't have to hold stock. We don't have to purchase stock and deliver it. We don't have to do party plan if we don't want to. So we just really are connecting our customer to the company, and the company then sort out all of the postage, the payments, and ship the product directly to our customer. So we don't have to organise delivery or anything. So I love that. I've done a couple of other direct sales companies in my time, and you know, one of my rooms in my house is still full of Tupperware. So you know, I'm glad that I don't have to have a room full of Juice Plus now. So after retail, we also get paid through commission, and commission is basically a passive income. So it's the income that you get as your business grows and you gain momentum. And we call this the beach money, and this is where you can really earn good money over time. I know even for myself, I've still earned money through commission in months where I've been quite quiet in my own business because of my own commitments outside of Juice Plus. I've still managed to get an income through the business because of this commission based income. So it's another avenue of income that you can unlock as you grow your business and gain momentum. The other cool thing about our income is that we also get paid bonuses. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a nurse, and so in the history of my 25 plus years of nursing, I really have never been paid a bonus, not once. If we're lucky, we sometimes get chocolate at Christmas time from our patients. But basically, in this company, they reward you for helping people, and they try to encourage you to gain momentum at the start of your business and right to the end, really, of that the levels that you can grow your business to. And again, it's really just a reward for helping other people. And the more people we help, the more we earn. So it's awesome. That's pretty much pay in a nutshell. Thanks, Beck.
Thanks so much, Rach. And I guess in this business too, there are 3 different types of people that we find joining our teams. The first sort of person is someone who just wants to get their product cheaper. So some people join the business purely for that benefit. Others, the next type of person, is the one that wants to earn between $300 and $500 a month. So just, you know, a nice few $100s a week to sort of help with grocery bills and take the pressure off. And then the third type of person is someone who wants much more than that. So it doesn't really matter what your needs are and what your goals are, you would fit into one of those categories. So you don't have to be someone who wants to earn, you know, thousands of dollars every month for Juice Plus to really help your family. So I just thought I'd add that little bit in as well. And our beautiful teams are made up of people with all different sorts of financial goals. So we're going to have a share from Carlina now. She's going to share with us about how the business is impacting her family. Thanks, Carlina.
Thanks, Beck. And thanks, Rach. So the business came into my life about 9 months ago, and it was at a point where there was a lot of financial stress going on in my life. We have a traditional business in mining, and because the mining industry is so unstable, our business wasn't doing so well, especially with the big crash. So it got to the point where I needed to earn an income, but I'm a mum of 4. I've been a stay-at-home mum for 15 years. So the thought of getting a 9-to-5 job with a partner that worked away and looking after 4 children just terrified me. And I didn't know how I was going to incorporate that into my life. So when the business came across my path, it just made complete sense to me that I could create an income around my life whilst doing my most important role, and that's being a mum. I can still be there for school drop-offs, for pickups, and everything else in between, and I don't have to miss out on any of those precious moments. Within my first month, I made $1,000, and after earning nothing for 15 years, that was the most amazing feeling ever. And I know that it's just going up from there, and the possibilities are endless. So I'm so excited to see what the future holds, and I'm so excited to be able to share this opportunity with everyone else. I'm going to hand over to Rachel now to share a bit of her business story with us. Thanks, Rach.
Thanks, Carlina. Well, before I was introduced to Juice Plus, I actually had taken the product for a couple of weeks, and it had amazing results for myself and my son. And I'm a nurse, so I was, skeptical. But I plunged into the business mainly because I am a single mum. I work Monday to Friday full time, and I try and juggle my hours around school pick up and drop off. And I really was struggling to do that, and still do struggle to do that. But with Juice Plus now, I have the potential to earn more money. So it just takes that financial pressure off me every fortnight. I've got a bit more money, and I can pay my bills with more ease. I've been able to progress through 2 promotion levels. So I've been able to get some bonuses, which has been awesome. And actually, I used my bonus money to buy tickets to Adele live in concert in Brisbane. So I was pretty stoked about that. So was my son. And so what I really love, though, is that I can share this with people. And some of my colleagues at work have been looking at it and joining up. And it's just such a great gift that we have to offer to people, to give them an option or more choice. And I think in this day and age, sometimes we feel really trapped in our circumstances, that there is no way of moving forward. And I just think that this company gives you flexibility. There's no pressure to do any sort of minimum sales or anything. So we can just make it what we want it to be for our lives. And I love that about it. I'm so excited about what the next 12 months are going to be. Looking forward to my next promotion. And yeah, it's just so good. Thanks, Beck.
Thanks so much, Rach. You better start planning what you're going to spend your next one on, because it's coming soon. I just love hearing stories like that about Juice Plus giving people options in life. And I guess that's what it's all about, just a bit more freedom, empowering people to help others, and to just get that real thrill of earning money for yourself around what's really important for you in your life. So I want to thank everyone who shared. We had some amazing stories on here tonight. And as you can see, we're all just normal people. We trip on our words, but we're all just getting out of our comfort zones and sharing our stories with you. So thank you for taking the time to watch. And I just urge you that if something's really resonated with you tonight and you have some questions, I urge you to get those questions answered. And the best way to do that is just to reach out to the person that sent you this link and simply ask the questions. If we don't know the answers, we will find the answers. So I would just encourage you to do that, because I know for us it's been just a breath of fresh air, and I'm so excited about what the future holds. Financially, I'm excited already about the choices and the freedom of choice that this business is giving us in our life. So for people who've said no for so long to so many things, it's just exciting to be able to say yes, finally. Yeah, actually, we would like to do that. Let's just do it. So yeah, thank you again for watching. And I just, would encourage you to get your questions answered. I'm really excited about sharing this with others and helping people find the financial freedom that they desire, and also helping people with their health. Because if you're unhealthy, it is hard. It is hard to really enjoy your life. And if you're financially stressed, it's hard to be healthy. So this gives us the opportunity to work on both aspects of our life. So thank you again, and have an awesome night.